Come in, come closer. You can find some light in here. I'm not so dangerous as they say. A trickster and a corrupter of youth, they call me. But I am just an old man, and barely the wiser for it. There. Now, do I look like a corrupter of youth? Let me tell you some things about my life that I've learned before my final journey. Yes, I know you think this need not be the end. Why, I could have been all the way to Macedon by now. But no, that won't do. I have been condemned, and that is the law. Not for all the money in the world should I be set free. Did you know they offered to let me pay my way out? Sure, I told them. How about a few dozen hectares of olive groves and several sizable goat herds? I think that should be more than fair. And my crimes. I'll tell you all about my crimes. In fact, it was only days ago that I was committing them. I was taking my daily stroll in Athens, not far from the Acropolis. Hello, good sir from Athens. I would like to ask you a question about friendship, if I may. Now, do you think the best of friends would be like each other or unlike each other?
Like each other.
Like each other. Like each other. But then they might not have anything to contribute to each other. So let's say one friend is very interested in music, and the other friend is interested in music. Well, maybe there's not much for them to do together because they can't share anything new with each other. Yes? So maybe in that sense.
Music is always new. There's always something new in music that you can share.
Always something new. I see. Well, maybe that's not the best example. But don't you think of opposites might be better too, in a way, because then they could always have something different to share.
Sometimes.
I see. Okay. Well, thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome.
Goodbye. Hello, good Athenian. I am very unwise in some areas, and I thought maybe you could enlighten me. I have a question about friendship, if you may. I was wondering if you think the best of friends would be unlike each other or like each other.
Like each other.
Like each other. That's an interesting answer, but it may not always be true. Let's say these friends are very content, both of them. Yes, then maybe they couldn't be friends because neither of them has any need for anything. Yes, may not an opposite friendship be much better because then they can always share something new with each other.
Could be.
Since they are different.
It's a possibility.
Okay. Well, thank you then.
Good job. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Stay warm.
Hello, Athenian. I would like to ask you a question, if I may. What do you think courage is?
Who are you, JC?
Socrates. Thank you. Socates, yes. Beautiful day in Athens.
Courage is bravery.
Bravery?
Yes.
Now, do you think there's a moral element to courage? Because maybe a very bad man would be brave. A tyrant, for example. Would you consider him to have courage?
A bad man?
Yeah, say,
Yeah.
Oh, so courage has nothing to do with morality.
No.
Oh. But then the worst barbers in history, like Stalin, or... Oh, wait, he doesn't exist. Who were some bad people back then? I don't know. But anyway, bad people. There, you call them courageous? That's usually a word to describe people who are good. But okay, if you think they're courageous, then...
Okay.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, good Athenian. I was thinking about this question, and I haven't been able to come up with a satisfactory answer, so perhaps you could help me. What do you think courage is? And you may take a moment to think about it. No problem.
Oh, courage is when you can face your fears.
Face your fears.
Face your fears.
I see. Well,
And if you
thank you.
can face your fear and do something, then that's courage.
Oh, what if you do something bad, though? Would you say some very bad people in history who are tyrants and take over worlds and kill many people, would they have courage? Or is courage only reserved for those who are good?
No, courage isn't reserved for those who are good. I would say that if somebody was a tyrant and they took over, that was only for their own glory. that didn't take courage at all.
Oh, I see.
It would take courage for them not to do that.
Oh, but they did stand up to their fear. For example, if they feared what was good and then they destroyed it, that would fit your original definition of courage.
I don't think so.
No.
No, because if they feared what was good, I don't think they feared good. I think that they did it out of their own selfish motivation.
I see. Okay,
That
well,
would be by your definition, by mine.
okay. Well, thank you very much.
Good luck.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I was thinking about this question regarding friends, and I was wondering, do you think friends who are like each other or unlike each other would be the best of friends?
That's an excellent question. I think either one. I've had friends that are like me, and I've had friends that are different from me, but I've got along well with. I think it's more interesting to have a friend who's different from you.
Ah, I see. But if they're too different, things wouldn't work. Or, for example, if we take a friend who is good and another who is evil, maybe they wouldn't be able to be friends because they're opposite. In that case,
I would agree with you.
I see.
I was thinking more in terms of interests,
Oh.
different as far as interests. But good and evil, that's interesting.
I see. Okay. So that concludes.
That was nice to meet you, Socates. Take care. Have a good day.
Some light on a certain topic I've been thinking about for a while. There's this question I have. If a person is good, will he always do good things?
Yes, I think you will.
You think he will? That's an interesting answer. But what if he knows good as well as evil? Then perhaps he would have the ability to do both good and evil things. Do you think that is true?
No, because I think he knows the difference between good and evil.
Ah. So that if he knows good, perhaps that excludes any knowledge of evil. If he is truly good and knows good, he must do evil.
I think so, yeah.
I see. Okay, well, thank you for your time. Jens, I would just like to ask you a question I've been pondering for some time. Do you think if a man truly knows what is good, that he will do good?
Yes.
You think so?
Yes.
Ah, but if he knows good, then also it is possible that he may know evil as well. And then would he not be able to do both good and evil things?
Could. You just distinguish between the two and choose a path.
I
I
see.
think it depends on the person and his upbringing.
So if he knows both, then perhaps he will do only one of them, or perhaps he will do both of them.
I think if he's been raised right, he'll do good.
Okay, well, thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, I hope we helped you.
Yes, definitely.
Well,
Ah, my good fellow. It looks like we passed the entire night already. What better time to burn the midnight oil? And what moments are sweeter and more precious than the last? Ah, here comes Plato. Plato, thank you for coming, my dear boy.
how could I not? You are my mentor and the greatest man I've ever known. I want you to know, Socrates, that I will record every last word you have uttered. Through me, Socrates, you will live forever.
You can even say that today is the first day of the rest of my life. Oh, but do cheer up, Plato. I know you'll do a good job. Oh, I can scarcely think of a thing that I've said that is worth recording. What matters most is that you keep alive the spirit of ever questioning. That way, maybe someday, someone will discover what true wisdom really is.
I promise the future will never forget you or your questioner.
That boy, Plato. Have a seat now. It's almost time.
Oh, Socrates, please don't leave us. How can our most revered and beloved teacher leave us like this? Please don't allow the corrupt to benefit from this terrible.
But I cannot think of a single case of injustice in my entire trial. I can assure you, only an impoverishment of good judgment. That is all. But there has been no corruption. Jailer, is my drop ready?
Yes, sir. Very soon now.
How can it be just that your degenerate accuser sip wine even now as you sip poison?
No, my lads. The law is justice. If I do not obey the law, then why should you? Or for that matter, anyone else? The law has decreed my end. So it must be.
Socrates, please don't drink. You escape. You see how the guards are so ardently admire you. We have some connections. We could help you escape in a moment's notice.
Please,
Yes,
save
Socrates,
yourself.
leave this place.
Don't
We
leave
love
us.
Silence! The law. Jailer, are you sure this stuff is poison, or have you fixed me up a pleasure drop?
I have no actual tickets to all these
Okay then. Time I have.